Hi, welcome back to the extended. Things are really interesting in the collective right now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Energies are just really, really, really weird. I know that there's a lot of here's the perspective I'm going to give you. It doesn't matter if you're a twin flame or not. I'm going to treat this as, because I think the label gave us permission to accept what this is. But it also creates this weird dynamic for a lot of people. So you might be a twin flame, you might not, but love is this loving, magical connection is something you're inquiring about, okay? And it just is, I just feel like there's something of a gap that I'm meant to bridge at this time, and I can't quite articulate it, so bear with me. For the Divine Feminine Collective, and I'm going to pull on all of this, but the Divine Feminine Collective, which we're going to call the Inquirent, the chaser of information. That's what we're going to go. The chaser, not the chaser of love, because I feel like as Divine Feminines, we have done such an amazing job of loving ourselves. That we're not chasing love anymore, but we are chasing information because we're keen on expansion, and information helps us expand. So this is where I'm going with this. For the Divine Masculine, which was running from love, I don't think they're running from love anymore, but they are sort of sedentary in where they are. That's going to change very quickly. I feel that with every fiber of my being. What that looks like for each person. I checked in yesterday and I'm like, are unions actually coming sooner? Is this like a carrot on a stick? And they're like, yes, they're not going to all happen on the same day for everybody. They're going to happen in sequential order, whatever that fucking means for people. But there's going to be, people are, regardless of whether they're a twin flame or not, people are going to be coming into loving relationships no matter what, because love is being brought into the collective in a different way. Okay. So for the Inquirent, the Divine Feminine, I'm still going to call them the Divine Feminine because we are here to embrace and embody the Divine Feminine energy. We can't fully do that unless we feel safe in the masculine energy, and whether that's actually the person themselves, I don't. That's interesting. Look at us just sitting there. This deck was sitting here like this, like this, and this is the only card that was sitting, for some reason, randomly in the middle of the deck, it was sitting right side up. So sitting pretty, waiting for shit. But we're just, look at her working on her hobby while she sits by the window and waits. That seems pretty how things have been for a very long time. Okay, so what's coming in is I'm going to share with you my own experience and some of the things I've heard from other Divine Feminines, okay? It's so weird because sometimes, I used to be able to just connect with my masculine. I'm always very physically attracted to him. Sometimes I'm not, okay? Depending on what's coming out, depending on what I've seen on, there's something with that, okay? Most of the time when it's just us in our sacred space, I'm so attracted to him. I love touching his skin. I love just, being in his presence. And that has felt so disconnected this past little while. And from some of the femmes, I'm just not attracted to my masculine, blah, blah, blah. I think there's a process of us actually disconnecting from the old energy. And it feels like a disconnect of everything, but it's not. Because they keep telling me the moment they come into your life, it's going to reignite everything. So it's not even worrying about any of that. They're like, don't worry about that. It's just a process. It's just a process of the way you're perceiving things, and the way that you're experiencing things is in flow with exactly what needs to be happening right now. And it doesn't mean you're, for some people, if you need permission to go be with somebody else, or if that's something, maybe you can utilize that. But I don't necessarily think it's about anybody else anymore. I think it's really just about us. So I'm going to lean into the overall energy, and then, the querent energy The chaser of information, the divine feminine, the chaser, the runner, it's more of a stagnant. I don't think they're running. I don't think they're running anymore. I think they're stuck until the green light happens. Whatever the green light is for each and every one of them, it's different. And so many times I have to tell myself, like, I don't know what it's like to be him. I don't know what it's like to be him. It doesn't mean that I'm not judgy as fuck about it, because I am. Okay. So I'm going to get an overall collective with this new moon. Like, what does this mean for us as a collective? Okay, we've got playfulness. I kind of love this because I think we're sick. In 15, we've got self-change through love. I think we're sick of the seriousness. I think we're sick of the responsibility. I think we're just sick of being worried and frustrated. And I think we're dismantling all of that shit. I just want to play. Like I was saying to my friend Carrie the other day, I was like, listen, and I said, I'm probably just in one of the stages of grief, right? Because we're all grieving what once was and perhaps what will never be because something so much better is happening. But in the stages of grief, I'm in bargaining. I'm like, listen, spirit, you either bring me my money or my man. And she's like, fuck that. Bring me my money and my man. So in that we could play with that. You know what I mean? She's so funny. She makes me laugh all the time. So I really think part of us has to just put things down, and maybe we need to get angry to put them down so that we can just play. We're meant to play with this person. Things are not serious, and they're so easy when we're with them. It's when we're not with them that all this other shit interferes, okay? So we can't worry about anything until we're with them, and then we won't have to worry about anything because it'll be natural. But we worry because we've been made so fucking responsible for everything. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot today. If that bothers you, I apologize in advance, but just... feminines. Oh yeah. We've got gratitude. We've got love. Okay. Just opening to love. I don't think this is about you being grateful or not being grateful. I think this is about you just because when we're grateful, we're open to receive. So they're just saying open to receive. Okay. For the feminines, just open to receive. You don't have to do anything. You are it. It's hard to believe that in this world though. Right? And for the masculines, okay, we've got passage and purification. Yeah. We don't want them to bring their karmic cooties into our life. We already deal with that energetically. We don't want the physical stuff either. If we're being honest with ourselves, do we want to deal with the shit they're dealing with in their life? We don't. So as much as we want them in our life, we don't want to deal with that shit. So what do we really want, feminines? And there's no judgment. It just is what it is. Like, we don't want that shit. We don't want their karmic cooties. Okay. Even though, we know they're doing stuff. Okay. I do kind of want to see what energy they're kind of in at this time as a collective. Obviously how they go about things is going to be different per person because each person is different, but I one did like a complete, okay, we've got stabbed in the back. But yeah, we've got the Green Reaper. The Grim Reaper. I'm just making shit up now. Okay, yeah. We've got soulmates, and we have the Phoenix, okay? I want to tell you this story. So I had a client reach out to me, and she's like, listen, my best friend, okay? My best friend was with what she thought was her soulmate and whatever. And the moment she said this next thing, I was like, ooh, that's a false matrix, or false whatever. This guy told her they were twin flames. The moment the runner or the other person is telling the consciously, spiritually aware person that they think they're twin flames, and this isn't an all or nothing statement, but immediately I'm like, oh, they're trying to hook them into a trauma bond. They're trying to bond with them through labeling, okay? And she said, and then I mean, and here's the thing, they were together long enough to have 2 kids together. And apparently he turned out to be narcissistic and abusive. We're getting a lot of that. So what I said to her, because this is what has been shown to me, and this has happened with previous clients. I mean, I've had clients for 6 years. So there's a lot of people who have been on the twin flame or divine connection journey, whether you are or not. Again, I know I talk about that a lot, but at the core, it's love. And at the core, it's relationship dynamics. It doesn't matter if you are or not, you're going to be affected by these energies because they are affecting everyone in regard to love and relationships in one way or another. When I've had clients who are like, this is my person, and then that doesn't work out with their person, perhaps in the time that they want it to or desire it to, and we've all been there, and then they go and find somebody else, and this person's amazing, they're a soulmate, and then things sour, and then they feel guilty because they don't love them the same way as they love this other person and all this other stuff. That's because often karmic relationships start out as soulmates. Do you think if you met a karmic person, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is my jam? No, you'd fucking run for the hills. But whatever karmic energy you got to close out or balance with this person, they're gonna kind of bamboozle you a little bit first. You're gonna think the most amazing thing ever because you need to do whatever dance you got to do with them. And when the karma is balanced, the relationship sours. So the masculines are all going through this strange state of souring in their life. And it says soulmates because it's not just a romantic relationships, it's friendships, it's family relationships, things that need to change. There is something that has happened to wake them up. And I feel sometimes I feel really helpless with this because there's nothing that we can do to comfort them except to comfort them through the energy that we have, the energetic connection we have with them. Because to be betrayed feels awful. And I know some of you feel betrayed by them, and that's something that the two of you will work through when you are able to converse. Once you have a conversation with them, that part of you that constantly, like, if there's a part of you that's like, well, this and this and this and this, that would all end if you could have a conversation with them. So if you have that mind, like I have a mind like that is like blah, 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 blah. If you can be aware of when that happens, say, hold on, I don't have all the information. I can't jump to conclusions with this. And I know when I have a conversation with them, which I get is a long time coming, I will get what I need, and I don't need to worry about it now, because stressing and worrying about it and spinning on it is not actually bringing me peace. It's creating more trauma energy for me. At least that's how I feel, okay? It's such an interesting thing, but love, imagine if just one person in the world showed them love and compassion, how much it would shift. And maybe you did that for your person and they couldn't receive it at this time. Okay, this isn't about that. This is about disconnecting the attachments of the people that are not healthy for them in their life. That's what they're going through. It's a passage of purification, which can be painful. I experience, like, I'm not a divine masculine, but I experienced that with some people just recently. It sucks. I mean, but I also have people that I can count on and I can trust and I can lean into. So here we are. I don't know. This is so interesting. Okay, what else? What else do we need to know? Because I think Divine Feminines, I don't think we need to do anything but be aware of how we feel and what's making us feel one way or another and do something about that. I don't think we need to do anything about this situation. I think we just need to open to receive and continue, going on with our lives as best as we can, recognizing the powerful, amazing people we are. But let's see if we got something else. Oh, interesting that we have the 10 of Cups. What makes you happy? I get, here's the deal. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be with somebody. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have somebody to do life with. And maybe that's something that makes you happy. Open to that. Open to that without any restriction or structure or rules or limitation or thinking you have to be anything to have that. If there's things coming up, be aware of that. Do I feel open to this? Do I truly feel open to just let someone come into my life? My person, do I feel truly open to let my person come into my life? I don't know. That's going to be, right? That's going to be, okay. Oh yeah, I love this. You don't need to figure things out. This is normally like looking at things with a magnifying glass, combing through things with a fine-tooth comb. If you're excited to learn about something, like I get jazzed about stuff. There's this destiny matrix that I'm kind of looking into, which I'm not 100% sold on. Some of the stuff is accurate, some of it is not. More human design. Like you can go through that if you're excited about it, go through that with a fine-tooth comb. That's something else. But if you're trying to look for something to be wrong, if you're trying to look because you're afraid you're going to mess it up, that's no longer your vibe. You cannot mess anything up. And it's time to really embody what that means. Do you believe that? I struggle with that. I haven't mastered it, but I know it feels a hell of a lot better than trying to sort things out without all the information. The information will come when it's necessary, but I think we're just meant to focus on, what makes us happy. Change is inevitable. Change is coming. We all feel it. We cannot prepare for this change. We can't. We can only lean into it. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Who knows what's going to be offered to you? And who knows where that offer is going to take you? Like someone could show up at my door offering me an opportunity. It might not be my masculine. Someone might show up at my door, offer me an opportunity that leads me to connecting with my masculine. So I don't know. I gotta, does this offer feel good? Does it excite me? Does it open me up to receive? Does it open doors for me? What is this? Right? Going with the flow, going with the moment. We do not have to calculate anything. That's not our job. Our job is to open, to receive, hear what we got to hear, take direction from the universe within us, our higher self, whatever that looks like. I promise you that if you they might send you the message 100 times. They will keep sending it until you get it. You cannot miss out on it. Okay. Be playful with it. Go out today and look at this. Our pentacle, our new pentacle is safe, okay? It's slow as molasses in January, but it's safe. Yeah, look at this. These feel like very antagonistic energies, but they're like upside down. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to control. There's nothing to worry about. I'm not even going to put those on the board because they have ucky energy. They don't have nice energy. I don't know what ucky is as a word, but yeah. Play with your magic. Fuck this, we are so over, we're really dissolving and I'm going to sound like a broken record for the next couple of months. I'm going to stay on this. You are not responsible. Let go of that responsibility. You're afraid to slide down the slide into look at her. She's in this dark cave. She doesn't want to let go, but look at all the light behind her. Just let go. Let yourself slide. Let yourself slide into the sunlight. You don't have to hold on to anything because whatever you're holding on to is keeping you in a dark cave. Okay. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm probably saying this just as much for myself as I am for you because that's kind of how shit feels right now. But at the same time, there's this part of me that's like, you're good, Candace. You're okay. You're a good person. And honestly, letting go of worrying about what other people think. And I still disclaimer a lot of things because I don't ever want to harm people. I don't want to ever hurt people in any way or upset people, even though I'm here to do that in a lot of ways in an innocent way. I'm going to trigger people because I'm triggering them to open up to themselves. It's in my human design. It's like we blame the moon for things. I blame my human design. It's my human design. Anyway, we don't need to have control. We just need to be aware and be open and do whatever it takes to have that experience and play with magic. Like, we're here to play with magic in the physical world. But we can't do that when we're kind of restricting ourselves. So I'm sending you all so much love, and I hope that this has helped, and take care.